Thank you all for your time, your encouragement, and your support for my channel. It has been quite the journey, and now let's conclude the story of Shagun, Adesewa's husband, and how life unfolded after her death. We will see how his decisions shaped the lives of everyone involved. After Adesewa passed on, Segun continued his life with his second wife, Adeola, who had three other girls she brought from her previous marriage. Interestingly, Adeola left her son with her ex-husband and brought only her daughters to Segun's home. Shagun, who had become successful in his career, was financially supported by his company's policy covering the health and education of his first four children. All of Shagun's resources went towards Adeola's children, while Adesewa's children were neglected. Years passed and Adeola settled comfortably into Shagun's life. She even went back to the university and ensured her daughters got the best education, all paid for by Shagun, while his biological children were left to struggle under the care of their grandmother and aunt. One evening, Adeola approached Shagun. "Shagun," she said cautiously, "you know it's good to have everything in order. You should start writing your will. No one knows what tomorrow holds." Shagun agreed, unaware of Adeola's true intentions. He called his lawyer and began drafting his will, listing Adeola and her children as the primary beneficiaries. One day, Simi, Adesewa's younger sister, had taken Adesewa's second child into her care. Segun was growing up fast, but as Simi sat with her during a holiday, she knew it was time to have a heart-to-heart talk. "Segun, your mother's story is a painful one," Simi began. "She fell into the hands of a man who didn't value her. Segun, your father, made many mistakes, and I don't want you to carry this bitterness in your heart." Segun frowned, her anger evident. "But how can I not? He abandoned us. He didn't care about us. He only cared about his new family." Simi sighed. "I know, but holding on to anger will only hurt you more. Forgive him, not for his sake, but for yours. Be strong, be wise, and don't make the same mistakes." Segun nodded reluctantly. Her emotions conflicted. Simi's words lingered in her mind. Simi didn't stop there. She reached out to Ayo, Adesewa's firstborn, who was already working. They sat down in a quiet cafe, and Simi took his hand. "Ayo," she said, "you have your whole future ahead of you. Don't let your father's mistakes cloud your path. Focus on your work. Keep your head down and work hard. Remember, it's God who prospers a man, not inheritance. Work hard, trust God, and take your eyes off your father's properties. Don't rely on anything your father has." Ayo nodded. "I understand, Aunt Simi. I've already distanced myself from him, but sometimes it still hurts. It's natural, Simi said, but trust me, nothing good will come from dwelling on it. Build your own legacy, just like your father did before he lost his way. Years passed, and Adiola's true colors began to show. She grew distant from Shagun. As fate would have it, Shagun's secret came to light. His company found out about Adesewa's death and Shagun's neglect of Adesewa's children through a surprising connection. Simi had dated an Igbo young man, Okwe, whose family received Simi with an open arms. Okwe's eldest sister loved Simi for who she is. Okwe's family also loved Simi, but when Simi saw some red flags, she politely ended the relationship with Okwe. But while she was dating Okwe, his eldest sister, Mrs. Chukwu, had one time asked about Simi's little niece, who always called her mommy. Simi had told Mrs. Chukwu about her late sister Adesewa, her marriage ordeal, and children. One day, Mrs. Chukwu was going to attend a burial ceremony and wanted Simi to tie a headgear for her, while Simi was helping Mrs. Chukwu with the gele. She saw the invitation on the side stool. On it was the picture of Mr. Segun, Eitomi's mother. It was a burial ceremony, and Mrs. Chukwu and her husband were to be Mr. Shagun Eitomi's guests. Simi looked at the invitation card with surprise, and Mrs. Chukwu said, "Simi, why are you looking at a woman on the invite like that?" "No, ma, it's just that this engineer Shagun Eitomi is my late sister's husband." "You don't mean it." "I'm serious, ma," said Simi. "Honey," Mrs. Chukwu called out to her husband. "Honey, what a coincidence. Simi knows Engineer Segun Eitomi. In fact, Engineer Segun is the man that mistreated Adesewa, Simi's late sister, and children," said Mrs. Chukwu. Mr. Chukwu said, "You don't mean it. When did her sister pass away? How recent is it? Because we didn't get any news or information from Mr. Shagun about his wife's demise. This is the only time Mr. Shagun has informed the company about losing a loved one. This is mother's burial." After the burial of Mr. Shagun's mother, the company began investigating the details of Adesewa's death and the abandonment of his biological children. One day, Shagun was called into a meeting at work. His boss, Mr. Chukwu, confronted him with three other bosses. "Mr. Shagun," he said coldly, "why didn't you inform the company about your wife's death?" Shagun stammered, unsure how his boss had found out. I didn't think it was necessary." His boss continued. We also know you've neglected your biological children. This is unacceptable. Shagun was stunned. How did he know? That same day, Shagun was fired and his world began to unravel. When he returned home and told Adeola, she was furious. How are you going to support us now? She snapped. I can't cope with this, oh. You are useless without that job. Days turned into weeks, and Adeola's contempt for Segun grew. She refused to cook for him, saying, I use my money to cook for my children. You don't deserve any of it. One day, Shagun returned from a trip to his hometown, only to find an empty house. Adeola had left with her three daughters and the child she had with Shagun, leaving their 5-year-old son behind. Worse yet, she had sold their house without his knowledge. 2 days after the buyer was in the house to see things, as he was told that the place has been cleared, only to find Mr. Segun with his 5-year-old son in the house. When the man arrived, Mr. Shagun opened the gate to find out what the man wanted, and the buyer wondered. I thought I heard this place is cleared. Are you the gate man? The buyer asked. He didn't even wait for Mr. Shagun's response. Your services will no longer be needed here. Mr. Shagun asked what was going on. Me? Gate man? I own this house. How may I help you? Asked Mr. Shagun. Help me? No, I own this house. The buyer brought out the original documents. Mr. Shagun was heartbroken as he saw Adeola's signature as the seller of the property. Devastated, Shagun packed what little he had left and traveled with his son to his father's house in the village. Haunted by his mistakes, Shagun thought to himself, how did I get here? Where is my wife, Adesewa? Ah! I am finished. This Adeola came into my life and ruined my happy home. Everything I labored for is down the drain. Adesewa has been under the ground for years because of Adeola. My children, Ayo, Sheol, and Bolu. I remember the death of my little boy. Adeola, Adeola, Adeola has ruined me. Everything I worked for, everything I earned with my hard labor Everything is gone. Ah, I have made this one mistake. Lord, have mercy on me. Where are my children? Ah, I need to find a way to get to my children. Let me just ask for forgiveness. They can stay wherever they are, but let them forgive my wrongdoing. That evening, Shagun called Ayo. Ayo, I am sorry. I wish I could turn back time. I am sorry for all that I made you go through, you and your siblings. I am sorry for the death of your mother. I never knew how I got myself into this. I never knew it would be like this. I didn't know what I was doing. Please, Ayo, I am very sorry. Where is your mother buried? I need to ask for her forgiveness. Ayo's voice was distant. Dad, that was a long time ago. I'm not sure exactly where, but our grand uncle might know because I was young. All I can say is that she was buried in our grandpa's hometown. So the only person that I'm very sure would know where my mom was buried is my grand uncle, because as I heard, he was the one that did all the preparation back in their hometown before her body was taken down. Shagun sighed. I need to make things right. Later, Shagun called Sheil, his second child, but she dismissed him as well. I'm in school. Dad, I don't have time for this now. Maybe you can speak with Aunt Simi. Aunt Simi is in a better position to even answer all your questions if your pride would let you speak to her. Mr. Segun thought to himself, Simi, Simi, ha, that young lady had really fought. She fought when her sister was alive. She fought even after her sister's demise. Simi, I remember her words to me when her sister was still alive. She said, Mr. Shagun, be man enough and come and take care of your responsibilities. If you do not want your wife again, you can't throw your children away. Please, come and take care of your children. Those children are yours, they are not mine. They do not answer my father's name. They do not answer my mother's name. And if I get married tomorrow, they will not answer my husband's name. They are your children. Ah, if only I had listened to that girl. But I thought she was too young to even interfere in this whole thing. Simi, it was the same Simi that called me and told me that one day Adesewa's blood will cry out for vengeance. Ah! Adesewa's blood is crying out for vengeance already. Look at my life. Look at how everything I have worked for had gone down the drain. Adesewa, please, I am sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I never knew it would get to this point. Please have mercy. Have mercy. This is becoming too much for me to bear. Have mercy. For the sake of our children. Have mercy. I am sorry. Whatever I can do now for them, I will not hesitate. Adesewa, my loving Adesewa, my loyal Adesewa, please forgive me. Forgive me. Feeling devastated, Shagun finally traveled to Adesewa's mother's house. When he arrived, he knelt before her. Mama, please, I'm sorry. I didn't know what came over me. I abandoned my lovely wife Adesewa. I abandoned her even in her death. I abandoned our children. Please, Mama, forgive me. Adesewa's mother looked at him with a mix of sadness and resignation. Segun, 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 you have come again. The last time you came like this, you had an ulterior motive. You planned to take the children away totally. You even told me that I would never see them again. Shagun, where did I wrong you? Is it by allowing you marry my daughter? What exactly did I do wrong? Or was it my late husband that offended you? Or maybe Adesewa herself that you could not even forgive, but instead you mistreated her in her sickness, even in death. You didn't even look back. The woman you took every member of your family to beg for her hand in marriage, and all of a sudden you threw everything into the ocean and never looked back. Segun, is this life? Now you are here again. You're bleeding. Oh, do you want to come and take them away finally now? Because I don't know your plan. Mama, I said I am sorry. I am really sorry. I did not come to take the children. I have not come for them. I came for myself. I am not coming for the children. The children are okay to stay with you. Once again, Mama, I am deeply sorry for the pains that I have caused you and your family. Please forgive me. Forgive me. I did not know how I got myself into this mess. Please, Mama, I am sorry. Forgiveness. It is God that forgives. Shagun, I have forgiven you. If I had not forgiven you, I wouldn't open the door for you to come in. I have forgiven you. If I don't forgive you, what will be my gain? Will Adesewa come back? No. Will the years of your abandonment be recovered? No. Look at the children. They are all grown. Look at Ayo, your son. He's now a young man. He is now working. So, if I do not forgive you, what will be my gain? I have forgiven you. The deed has been done, and it's now between you and God. Ah, Mama, I am grateful. God bless you. Segun didn't know how to say thank you because he didn't expect that Mama would forgive him. Thank you, Mama. I am very grateful. Thank you for all that you have been doing for me. I cannot repay you. Thank you for taking care of the children. You are indeed a mother. Thank you. Shagun left back to his village. He was left to live out his days in regret, realizing too late the consequences of his actions. The morals that I picked from the old story, the consequences of neglect, neglecting your responsibilities, especially to those you love, will eventually catch up with you. In Shagun's case, his choice led to the downfall of his family and his own life. The importance of integrity. Shagun lost everything because he tried to live a double life. Integrity in personal and professional relationships is crucial as the truth always finds a way to come out. Do not cry over spilled milk. As Simi said, it's important to let go of past mistakes and move forward. Dwelling on what has already happened won't change the outcome, but focusing on a better future can bring healing. Forgiveness is key. Even in the face of betrayal and hurt, forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing. Simi's insistence on forgiveness teaches that holding on to bitterness only causes more pain. Legacies matters. What we have behind is just as important as how we live. What we leave behind is as important as how we live. Love and loyalty. Adesewa's love for Segun, even in her death, reflected a personal relationship. Her loyalty, despite his betrayal. Her family honored her memory by treating her children with love and guiding them towards a better future. True wealth. Ayo and Shehu learned from Simi that true wealth comes not from material possessions or inheritance, but from hard work and God's blessings. Shagun's material success built on selfish choices, crumbled, but the values of hard work and integrity stayed. This is a cautionary tale of love, betrayal, and redemption. Shagun's journey serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of deceit and abandonment. How one's successful life crumbled, leaving him with nothing but regrets and sorrow. As Shagun reflected on his past, he realized too late that true happiness and fulfillment came from honoring his commitments and loving his family unconditionally. Adesewa's legacy lived on through her children, who grew into resilient and accomplished individuals despite their father's neglect. Redemption requires self-reflection, remorse, and amends. Forgiveness releases the burden of resentment. Abandoning families come with severe consequences. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey. May the lessons from Adesewa's story from the episode 1, 2, and 3 guide us toward compassion, empathy, and wisdom in our own lives. Thank you for watching my story. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like, comment, and share with your loved ones. This is African Tales by Ewa. Until I come your way again with another interesting story. Bye for now.